To start proceedings for Chennai Thalaivas is Alamir Bashir, and the batsman in the middle for Gwalior Knights, it's Anil Velapan and Jazz. The toss was won by Gwalior Knights and have elected to bat first. Into bat is Anil and Jazz to face Alamir. He starts off with the dot. Attempt for a quick single turn down. Alamir Bashir starting off with 2 dots, bowling to Anil. It's hit uppishly towards the square leg fielder. He misses the chance. That's a drop. Anil getting off the mark in risky fashion. Being dropped with the score or not. He moves on to 1. Score at 1 after 3 deliveries. Jazz beginning his innings with a boundary. That's the first boundary. With that, the score moving on to 5 after 4 deliveries. Jazz getting off the mark with the boundary of his very first delivery of Alamir Bashir. It's yet another big hit. That's a maximum. He's made his intentions clear from ball 1. That's 10 of 2 deliveries to him. Firstly, a boundary, and second, a maximum. That's 11 on the board with 1 ball left for the first over. As ball, Amir to Jazz, fending it off, and with that comes the completion of the first over. Score at 11 for no loss. Just to quickly take you through the squads for Imex TFS Gwalior Knights: Dian, Afzal, Aloshi, Anil Velapan, DK, Farhan, Jazz, Kapil Singh, Nidish Raju, Prem, Shafiq, Shiad. And the playing 12 for PHI Chennai Thalaivas: Bala, Kanan Vikraman, Alamir Bashir, Azhar Muhammad Ali, CTK Mashood, Kiran Mohan, Manikandan, Prashant, Ratish, Raji Mohan, Sudish, and Umar Mer. The second over to share the new ball with Alamir is Umar Mir. Bowling to Anil. Umar Mir to Anil. Starts off with the dot. Score at 11. 1 ball into the second over. That's hit uppishly towards the cover, falling short of the fielder over the head. They complete 2 runs. That's score moving on to 13. We're witnessing the inaugural game in DCS YouSelect Arena, ground number 2. played between PHI Chennai Thalaivas and Imex Cargo Gwalior Knights. A short delivery trying to pull. A quick single. Score on to 14. 2 deliveries left in the second over. That's misfielded there by Kannan. What was no run initially. Batsman completing a single. That's 4 runs so far in this over with 1 ball to go. Omar to Anil. He ends the over with the dot. That's 4 runs of the over. Score on 15 after 2 overs. Anil Velappan playing on 4 of 8 deliveries. Jazz on 11 of 4. He misses it completely. Missing the batsman, missing the keeper. That's a 1 by added to the score. Alami starting off with the dot. After being treated for a maximum and a boundary in his previous over by Jazz. Completely beating him with this delivery. It's Anil to take strike against Amir. Again down the leg, trying to heave it, top edging it towards the short third, just a single. Just back on strike to face Alamir. Completely beating him in its flight. He's come back well after being a touch expensive in his first over against the very same batsman who treated him with a maximum and a boundary in the previous. Just 1 so far of the 5 deliveries, and the second run coming by a bye. Played up Pishley and dropped. That could have been the first wicket. It's again a misfield. What should have been a wicket, that's 2 runs added. With that we come to the end of 3 overs. It's 19 for no loss. Partnership with 19 so far, 3 overs. It's a cautious start by both these batsmen. Windy conditions here at DCS YOUSELECTS Arena. After 3 overs, 19. Umar Mir bowling well so far. 7 balls into a spell, just giving away 4 runs. Down the leg, treated by Anil for a maximum. That's the first of the evening from his bat. The score on 25 after 2 balls into the 4th over. That's the first boundary conceded by Umar Mir here. And the first one of the evening from Anil. He moves on to 11 of 11 deliveries. Jazz on 13 of 9. It's again towards the legs. Flicked off the legs. Call is for 2. They settle for a single. Score on to 26. Halfway into the 4th over. It's again flicked off the pads, turned down by the non-striker. No runs, yet another dot delivery. That's hit uppishly, and that's a maximum. That's yet another maximum of this over. It's a very expensive over. After an excellent first over, just conceding 4. 13 runs of this over. Score moving on to 32 after 4 overs. Jazz on 19 with 2 maximums on the hit to the boundary. Anil Velappan on 12 with 1 maximum to his credit. Score on 32 after 4 overs. Hit uppishly, that's yet another completely misjudged by the fielder. It was just a high ball, losing sight. That's 2 runs added. Al-Amir bowling his 3rd over after an excellent 2nd over. To bowl to Anil. That's a hit. That's a clean hit. And yet another maximum to Gwalior Knights. With that score moving on to 40 after 4.2 overs. Anil Velappan moving on to 20 of 14. Partnership worth 40 so far. After a cautious start, they have turned the tide. 21 runs of the last 9 deliveries. Down the leg yet again and treated towards the square leg boundary. That's yet another boundary to Gwalior Knights from the bat of Anil Velappan. He moves on to 24. With that, we come to the end of 5 overs. It's 44 on the board. Five overs into the first innings of the inaugural day of YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League, sponsored by Tranquil developers. The match in ground number 2 between Chennai Thalaivas and Gwalior Knights. Gwalior Knights winning the toss and electing to bat first. Both the openers doing justice to the captain. Score on 44 after 5 overs. We went to the last over of the power play. Score on 44. Jazz on 19, Anil on 24. We have the first change in the bowling. It's Ratish replacing Umar Mir to bowl the last over of the power play. That's hit upishly, stayed on the ground. Chance for the fielders. Falling short of a good effort from the fielders there. They complete 2. 2 more runs added to Jazz and Gwalior Knights. That's 46 on the board. We're in the last over of the power play of the first innings. That's hit over point. Some work for the third man fielder. He does well, restricting it to 2. It's 2 more added. Score on 48. Jazz on 23 of 14, Anil on 24 of 18. Both batsmen striking well. Chennai Thalaivas on a hunt for their first wicket. Ratish to Jazz. Some good piece of pace here from Ratish. Squaring up the batsman. Halfway into the 6th over. The final 3 deliveries of the power play. Score on 48 for no loss. It's advantage Gwalior Knights at this moment. Down the leg, off the pads. Missing the keeper. They complete 2 runs. A good throw from the fielder there. That's 2 more added to the score. That's the 50 up for Imex TFS Gwalior Knights in 5.4 overs. A partnership worth 50 now. The openers have given Gwalior Knights a good start. Yet another dot, an excellent over so far from Ratish, considering it is the last over of the power play. One ball to go. Score on 50. We are in the 6th over of the first innings. It's a good ball to end his over. It's an excellent over in the context of the game. 6 runs of the over. And with that, we come to the end of the power play of the first innings. Gwalior Knights on 50 for no loss after 6. Both batsmen playing well so far. Jazz on 23 of 18 and Anil 24 of 18 with both identical boundaries, 2 hits for a maximum and 1 boundary each. The end of the power play, the skipper bringing himself on. Bala to Anil. Starts off with a dot. It's experience on foreplay against these 2 excellent batsmen who have done well in the power play. Giving a good start to the Gwalior Knight journey in the YouSelect Indian Premier League. 2 dots to begin with. Wild heave, completely missing it. That's 3 dots. The batsman trying to go too hard. In the context of the game, giving away 3 dots. That's hit uppishly over the point fielder for a boundary. That score moving on to 54. 4 balls into the 7th. Yet again, swing and miss. Four runs so far from 5 deliveries. That too by a boundary. Moves away and hits it towards point. Beating the cover fielder. That's 2 boundaries of the over. He ends the over with 8 runs, 7 overs, score 58 for no loss. CTK Mashood being brought into the attack, replacing Ratish after a solitary over in the power play. A wily campaigner. To bowl to Jazz. Starts off down the leg, flicking it off the pads for a single. Anil Velappan back on strike against Mashood. Anil on 32 of 24. Partnership worth 59 with Jazz. It's a tentative push and that's the first wicket. CTK Mashood providing the much needed breakthrough, breaking the opening partnership. The wicket of Anil, who was looking dangerous. He goes back to the pavilion scoring 32 runs, the first wicket falling at 59. We are in the 8th over. The first wicket in the hut for Gwalior Knights in the form of Anil Velappan. CTK Mashood picking up the wicket. The new batsman in replacing Anil is Afzal. Afzal facing CTK Mashood. CTK Mashood to Afzal facing his first delivery. Starts off in cautious fashion, fending the ball. Chennai Thalaivas regrouping after a wicketless power play to pick up the first wicket of Anil. A quicker delivery. And that's a boundary. With that, Afzal gets off the mark in cheeky fashion. That's the first run of Mashood. First boundary. Score on to 63 after 7.4. Yet another dot. And with that, score on to 63. Last ball into the 8th. It's again played back. And that's the end of 8 overs. Score on 63 for 1. After 8, they are cruising at a run rate of 8 at this point. Bala to continue. To bowl to Jazz, starts off with a dot. Jazz on 24 of 20 so far. Hitting it to the short cover for a quick single. Brings back Afzal on strike to face Bala for the first time. Afzal on 4 of 4. Jazz on 25 of 21. Crisp hit towards the cover. Just a single. Some good piece of bowling from both the Wiley campaigners, the experienced hands, CTK Mashood and Bala. He's bowled 1.3 overs, conceding just 10 runs so far. Completely missing everything there. Missing the batsman, missing the stumps. That's 4 balls into the 9th over. That's yet another single towards cover. That's score at 66. Last ball into the 9th over. It's hit off the back foot straight to the gully fielder. No runs, and with that we come to the end of 9 overs. Score at 66 for 1. CTK Mashood to continue. He's bowling his second over. After 9 overs, Imex Gwalior Knights on 66 for 1. A quicker one to begin with, completely squaring up the batsman. Completely missing everything there. Jazz, after a roller coaster start, a slow down. That's the wicket. He goes for the big hit and completely misses it. Some excellent piece of bowling by CTK Mashood. He picks his second, and that's the second wicket down for Gwalior Knights. 66 for 2 after 9.2. So he's picked up 2, giving away just 5 runs so far from his 1.2 overs. And that's both the openers back in the pavilion for Gwalior Knights. Firstly Anil, and now Jazz. That's been a good comeback by the Chennai Thalaivas team post the power play. They've conceded just 16 runs and picked up 2 wickets in 20 deliveries post the power play. The new batsman in replacing Jazz is Nidish Raju, another prolific scorer in the UAE cricket fraternity. He's amassed about 11,000 runs from his 383 matches. Cuts it straight to point. No run there. Turned down by the non-striker Afzal. CTK Mashood being hard to pick by here. Quicker delivery, completely missing it. Straight to the keeper.
Come on, wicket, wicket.
Trying to cut it on the back foot. Completely missing it. That's hit up Ashley, a chance for the point fielder, and he drops the catch. He had made good ground, missing it completely. With that, Nidish gets off the mark in his third delivery. With that score moving on to 67. We're in the 10th over of the first innings of YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League, sponsored by Tranquil developers. And he ends the over with a dot. That's the end of 10 overs, score at 67. Runs hard to come by post the power play. That's 67 runs of 10 overs. Both batsmen relatively new in the crease. Afzal playing on 5 of 6 deliveries, Nidish 1 of 3. The start of the second half of the first innings. Bala continuing his third over. Been economical so far. 4 balls into the 11th, score on 73. To Nitish, beating him it again. Just 6 of the over so far. And we are into the last ball of the 11th, score at 73. Set straight to the cover fielder. Just a single.
Check, check, check. Check, check.
We have a change in the bowling in the 12th over. Al-Amir Bashir being brought back into the attack to bowl his final over of his
Check, check.
replacing CTK Mashood.
Check, check. Hello, check. Hello, hello, check.
Jagdish to Aloshi. Starts off with a quicker one. Beating the batsman. That's 85. One ball into the 14th over.
बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान। खेलेंगे दिल से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है यूसेलेक्ट्स की असली टीम। ये है हमारी लीग, हमारा जुनून, अब जीत का छाएगा नया पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान, खेलेंगे दिल से।
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster.
Just conceded 4 runs in that 1 over. He to bowl to Nidish. He starts off from where he had left. Starts off with a dot. Ratish to Nidish. Second ball of the 16th. And his second. That's a wide. A rare extra. The first wide of the evening. The previous extras being by 3 leg byes and 1 bye. Ratish to Nidish. Score on 97. Hits it back to the bowler. Gets a hand to it. They run through for a single. brings DK back on strike. DK to face Ratish. It was directed on the body. Is it towards square leg? Good piece of chase by the keeper there, restricting it to a single. That's score on to 99 after 15.3. And the business end of the first innings. The last 5 overs. Gwalior Knights have to up their mount here if they have to put on a target. That's some excellent piece of bowling by Ratish right at the block hole. Just a single. With that is the 100 up for Gwalior Knights in 15.4 overs, losing 4 wickets. Nitish on 20 of 19 with 3 hits to the fence. Giving him company is DK. That's yet another wide. At that score, moving on to 101. For 4, 2 more balls to go into the 16th. Ratish has bowled well so far, though conceding a couple of extras this over. Just giving away 9 runs from his 1.4 overs. A batsman trying to be cheeky. Missing it completely off the bat to his helmet. Ratish to DK again. Last ball of the 16th. Tries for a big hit. Trickling towards the mid-wicket fielder. Just a single there. With that, we come to the end of 16 overs. Score at 101 for 4. That's 16 overs, 103 for 4. The 2 batsmen in the middle is DK and Nitish. Partnership worth 7 so far. It's 9 of 9. CTK Mashood being brought back into the attack to bowl his final over of the evening. He's conceded just 12 runs, picking up 3 wickets of the 4 that have fallen so far. It's a thickish top edge, and that runs away towards the 3rd man boundary. That's yet another boundary to Nitish. With that score on 107 for 4. Nitish moves on to 24 of 20. Partnership worth 13 of 10 deliveries. Hit off the back foot crisply towards the cover fence. Good piece of tidying up work done by the fielder. That's 2 more runs added to Gwalior Knights and Nidish. That's 26 on 26 is what he moves on to, and score on to 109. 6 runs so far off the first 2 deliveries of his final over of the evening for CTK Mashood. A quicker delivery, completely outfoxing the batsman. What a start to the tournament we have had in the USELECTS Indian Premier League, sponsored by Tranquil developers. That's hit crisply towards extra cover. That's the second boundary from Nidish. A touch expensive over. He had conceded just 12 runs of his first 3. The final over, 4 deliveries, he's conceded 10. That's 3.4 overs, 3 for 22 for CTK Mashood so far. To bowl to Nidish again. Wild heave, a big hit. Catch taken in the long on boundary. That's the 4th wicket for CTK Mashood and the 5th wicket in the hut for Imex TFS Gwalior Knights. Nidish falling with the score on 30 of 23 deliveries, and Imex lose their 5th wicket for the score of 113. So that's 4 wickets, 1 ball to go to complete a spell for the evening for CTK Mashood.
Tranquil developers use the factory of 1025, consisting of 16 teams, 2 groups, 18 each. On the first day, after the memorial ceremony, we have these 2 teams. Round number 1, after 2 seconds, after being good from the small.
The new batsman walking in at the fall of Nidish Raju is Shiad. Shiad known for some big striking. He's 1 short of 9,000 career runs so far. Starts off in edgy fashion, a quick single. Good piece of running, and with that Shiad completes 9,000 career runs. And that's the end of the spell for this evening for CTK Mashood. What a wily campaigner he is. It's experience throughout, 4 for 23 from his 4 overs. "17 overs, Imex Cargo TFS Gwalior Knights on 114 for the loss of 5 wickets.
The much needed one for Sean George.
Ratish bowling his 3rd over of the evening. Bowling to DK. That's to Shia, the quick single. A tight call by DK, and that's fingers up by the umpire. That's the 6th wicket to fall for Gwalior Knights in the form of DK run out. A risky single turning casual, and that's the 6th casualty in the form of DK walking back to the pavilion.
Cleaned him off the second one for Shams. He went across, beaten for the pace and injured Shams. And the only bowler to big wickets today, both clean balls.
At the fall of DK's wicket, in walks Fardhan. Fardhan to face Ratish, who's been bowling really well so far, conceding just 11 from his 2.1 overs. Fardhan to face his first delivery against Ratish. 6 wickets down, score of 114 after 17.1. 17 deliveries to go in this first innings of the inaugural day of YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. Fardhan to face Ratish. He starts off in Abish fashion, playing it straight. Just a single getting off the mark in his very first delivery. The final 16 deliveries of the first innings. At DCS YOUSELECTS Arena, ground number 2, we are witnessing a clash of 2 great cities. Chennai Thalaivas going face to face with Gwalior Knights in the YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. Slower delivery, hit straight down the ground by Shiad. Halfway into the 18th over, 116 for 6.
To continue with that delivery, cleaned him up. Shot selection, I would say. And it's Shahir. Good delivery to start the 16th over. 22 runs from 3 overs. Shahir.
116 for 6, halfway into the 18th.
Up in the air and it will go all the way. It's a shorter boundary.
It's down the leg, white signaled by the official.
Strong ball that to Ajay Saklani.
Nibbin.
Batting on a strike rate of 185. It moved on to 87. 147.
Ratish changing guard, coming around the wicket to the left-hander Fardhan. He's bowled well so far, conceding just 13, and he completely beats the batsman. He's just conceded 14 so far from his 2.4.
A slower delivery catches the call, but yet another maximum. What a batting. Just timing it. Towards the short of boundary.
Ratish coming back to Fardhan,
Back-to-back sixes.
rightly giving back strike to Shiad.
Played with soft hands for a single. Good cricket. Two sixes. Going on strike and brings the new batsman on strike. First time.
Shiad to face Ratish. What seems to be the end of the third over from Ratish, bowling his last ball of the third to Shiad. Just conceded 15 so far, has been wicketless. He's bowled some tight lines to the batsman there.
Played nicely, but straight to the captain. Giri. He makes no mistake. Safe hands. And the edge will walk back.
Fends it off, plays it straight back to the bowler, and that's the end of the 18th over. Score on 118 for the loss of 6 wickets.
He brings the big breakthrough for
Ratish completing his third over, conceding 15 runs so far.
easy catch.
Chennai Thalaivas bringing back Umar Mir.
Soft dismissal. Wicket number 3 goes down.
Imex Cargo TFS Gwalior Knights would definitely be eyeing a score of 140 to 150 with just 2 overs left to give a fight to Chennai Thalaivas. Both teams with good stars up their hands. So Umar to bowl to Fardhan. Head straight back to the bowler. Starts off with dot. The partnership is but 4 of 6 deliveries so far. Both the batsmen on identical score of 2 of 4 deliveries. The big hit playing it inside out towards the cover fence. Call is for 2. Shia turning it down. Just a single added to the score. Shia taking back strike.
Another slower, isn't another wicket falling short of the field. Chance of a run out here. And the keeper makes no mistakes. Good throw by the fielder. Complete mix-up. Goes back to the keeper. Beautiful fumble. Another wicket.
Last 10 deliveries left in the first innings. That's a wide signal by the match official. With that score moving on to 120 for the loss of 6 wickets in 18.2 overs. That's bludgeoned off the back foot towards extra cover. Effort from the cover fielder in vain. Boundary signaled. That's the first boundary for Shiad. Score on to 124 for the loss of 6 wickets. Chennai Thalaivas have been all over Gwalior Knights in the opening evening of YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. That's yet again a hit. Good piece of fielding by the skipper himself. What seemed to be a certain boundary. A good stop from Bala. Strike back with Fardhan. That's Umar to Fardan, hitting it towards mid-wicket. Just a single. And that's 125 on the board. Last 8 deliveries to go.
The 17th over. And it's Shams.
That's 126 on the board. Last ball into the 19th. That's a big hit from Shia. That's the maximum. That's the maximum that Gwalior Knights had needed. It's up to this man to get them onto a formidable score. Score on to 132 for the loss of 6 wickets with 19 overs completed. We are into the last over of the first innings in the opening evening of YouSelects Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. Can they reach the magical figure of 150 here on? That's exactly they would be targeting with 1 over to spare. Fardan to face Ratish. Ratish to bowl his final over of his spell and the final over of the Chennai Thalaivas bowling innings. He to start off to Fardan. He's playing on 4 of 6. A wild heave. Call is for double. They settle down for a single, giving back strike to Shiad. The right decision at this moment. He's the one who's been striking it. He's on 13 of 7 deliveries so far with 1 boundary and a maximum. Score on 133 after 6 with 5 balls left into the final over of the first innings of the opening evening of YouSelects Indian Premier League.
Cut away nicely. 2 should be the call. Call by both batters. Good fielding effort by the
A 16-team tournament and an opening evening
another single.
with 2 matches happening in 2 grounds. What an opening evening we have had so far. The much awaited Tranquil developers YouSelects Indian Premier League. The final over of the first innings in ground number 2 of DCS YouSelects Arena.
That Shams' spell as well. Good one. 2.
It's Ratish to Shiad, who scored a maximum in the last ball of the previous over. That's yet again a beautiful hit from Shiad, over wide long off for yet another boundary. That brings the score on to 137 after 19.2. Last 4 deliveries, Shiad moving on to 17 of 8. He's striking at 212.
Played nicely by Ajay Saklani. And that brings his century, the first one of Tranquil Developers YouSelects IPL 2025 Exhibition League. The first centurion, Ajay Saklani. 100 from just 52 deliveries. 8 fours and 6 maximums. Brilliant.
Ratish to Shiad. That's again a biggie towards mid-wicket. Fielder seems interested, but over him. It's again at 6. That's the second of the evening from Shiad's bat. He moves on to 23 of 9 deliveries. He's striking at 250 plus. With that score, moves on to 143 for the loss of 6 wickets, halfway into the 20th over. Shiad trying hard to finish the innings off on a high for Gwalior Knights.
Indian Premier League 2025 as
He's striking a 12. 23 of 9 deliveries so far. Ratish to Shiad yet again. Slow ball. Pick straight down to the long on fielder. Call is for 2. And they complete it easily. That's 2 more added score on to 195 for 6 with 2 balls left. Shiad moves on to 25 of 10 deliveries. The partnership's worth 31 of 15.
Struck well. One bounce to the fielder. Fernandez.
2 deliveries to end the first innings. Shiad on strike. He's striking it big. Ratish to Shiad. A pacey delivery paid into the gap towards the mid-wicket. They run that's 2 easy runs. Good piece of running by both these batsmen. That's 147 on the board with 1 ball to go. Shiad moves on to 27, Fardan on 5 of 7. Partnership worth 33 of 16. An expensive over so far from Ratish. He has bowled 3 excellent overs previous to this. 15 runs so far in the last over. 1 ball to go. The last ball to Shiad. Score on 147. Can they cross the 150 mark? That's a hit towards cover. Good piece of fielding by Manikandan. They call for 2, a risky run. That's 1 run and Shiad is run out. And that's 148 to end the first innings for Imex TFS Gwalior Knights from their 20 overs in the opening evening of Tranquil Developers YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. Ratish finishing off his spell for the evening, conceding 31 runs in his 4 overs. Gwalior Knights finishing off well by scoring 148 runs on the board. All batsmen chipping in with cameos. It's been Anil with 32, Jazz 26, Nitish Raju 30. And finally, to sum it up, Shiad, 28 of 12 deliveries with 2 maximum and 2 boundaries, who was run out of the last delivery. But the pick of the bowlers has to be CTK Mashood, picking up 4 wickets for 23 runs from his 4 overs. And the solitary wicket from Alamin Bashir, conceding 28 of 4 overs.
This is a city that
come to the end of the first innings.
A destination where life moves
in the match
faster
between
than time.
Chennai Thalaivas,
Now,
PHI Chennai
imagine a place
Thalaivas
where
and
peace and
Imex
tranquility blossom. A place that brings the balance
TFS
of life
Gwalior
back to
Knights. Gwalior Knights electing to
you. A place that
bat
truly
first after
reflects
winning the
who
toss,
you
have
are.
posted a target of 149 on the board for PHI Chennai
Welcome
Thalaivas.
to Tranquil, the new paradigm
Come
in
back
real estate
after a
in
short
the
break
UAE.
into the second innings to witness
We aim
the
to
chase of
redefine
149.
luxury living with iconic developments that blend architectural brilliance and unmatched sophistication. At Tranquil, we don't just build homes, we craft lifestyles. Our residential projects are peaceful havens amidst the bustling cityscape, crafted with cutting-edge design and unparalleled craftsmanship. Led by visionaries and supported by a carefully selected team of experts, we use the finest materials and latest trends to create homes of unparalleled quality. At Tranquil, we harness quality, innovation, and sustainability to create value for investors and enhance the communities we serve, setting new benchmarks for refined living. Tranquil Infra Developers, building the future, one serene home at a time.
game on, this is our league. अब शुरू होगी असली टक्कर, YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. YOUSELECTS League. YOUSELECTS. Bats laced up, heart set to race. Every swing a winning grace. From city streets to roaring stands, we rise together, power in our hands. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. हर बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान. खेलेंगे दिल से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है YOUSELECTS की असली टीम. ये है हमारी लीग, हमारा जुनून, अब जीत का छाएगा नया सुकून. हर पल है जोश, हर सांस में खून, YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. YOUSELECTS. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. हर बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान. खेलेंगे दिल से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है YOUSELECTS की असली टीम. ये है हमारी लीग, हमारा जुनून, अब जीत का छाएगा नया.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility blossom, a place that brings the balance of life back to you, a place that truly reflects who you are. Welcome to Tranquil, the new paradigm in real estate in the UAE. We aim to redefine luxury living with iconic developments that blend architectural brilliance and unmatched sophistication. At Tranquil, we don't just build homes, we craft lifestyles. Our residential projects are peaceful havens amidst the bustling cityscape, crafted with cutting-edge design and unparalleled craftsmanship. Led by visionaries and supported by a carefully selected team of experts, we use the finest materials and latest trends to create homes of unparalleled quality. At Tranquil, we harness quality, innovation, and sustainability to create value for investors and enhance the communities we serve, setting new benchmarks for refined living. Tranquil Infra Developers, building the future, one serene home at a time.
Lights on, game on, this is our league. अब शुरू होगी असली टक्कर, YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. Bats laced up, heart set to race. Every swing a a winning grace. From city streets to roaring stands, we rise together, power in our hands. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. हर बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान. खेलेंगे दिल से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है YOUSELECTS की असली टीम. ये है हमारी लीग, हमारा जुनून, अब जीत का छाएगा नया सुकून. हर पल है जोश, हर सांस में खून. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. YOUSELECTS. This is our league, our glory, our dream. United we stand, a formidable team. With every cheer our passion will gleam. YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. हर बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान. खेलेंगे दिल से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है YOUSELECTS की असली टीम. ये है हमारी लीग, हमारा जुनून, अब जीत का छाएगा नया.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility blossom, a place that brings the balance of life back to you, a place that truly reflects who you are. Welcome to Tranquil, the new paradigm in real estate in the UAE. We aim to redefine luxury living with iconic developments that blend architectural
Namaste, Doston. I'm Yos. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility blossom, a place that brings the balance of life back to you. A place that truly reflects who you are. Welcome to Tranquil, the new paradigm in real estate in the UAE. We aim to redefine luxury living with iconic developments that blend architectural brilliance and unmatched sophistication. At Tranquil, we don't just build homes, we craft lifestyles. Our residential projects are peaceful havens amidst the bustling cityscape, crafted with cutting-edge design and unparalleled craftsmanship. Led by visionaries and supported by a carefully selected team of experts, we use the finest materials and latest trends to create homes of unparalleled quality. At Tranquil, we harness quality, innovation, and sustainability to create value for investors and enhance the communities we serve, setting new benchmarks for refined living. Tranquil Infra Developers, building the future, one serene home at a time.
हर बॉल पे है नजर, हर रन पे है जान, हर दिल में बसी है ये क्रिकेट की शान. खेलेंगे
back in the
दिल
middle.
से, जीतेंगे जमीन, यही है
DCS.
यूसेलेक्ट्स की असली
You
जीत.
selects ground number 2 in the opening evening of Tranquil Developers You Selects Indian Premier League. The match between Imex TFS Gwalior Knights and PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Imex TFS Gwalior Knights have put on a target of 148. $149 for PHI Chennai Thalaivas to win their first encounter. Gwalior Knights starting off with spin. That's a first bowler. That's the first wicket of the first delivery. Sudesh going back to the hut without troubling the scorers. That's the first wicket in the first delivery of the chase of 149 in the form of Sudesh. PHI Chennai Thalaivas losing their first wicket. Gwalior Knights are in for a fight. They're defending a small total of 149. Small totals can always be tricky. The two batsmen that started off proceedings for Chennai Thalaivas, Sudesh and Umar Mir. Sudesh falling in the very first delivery to Prem. So that's Fardan drawing first blood, getting the first wicket in the very first delivery of the chase of 149 in the form of a prolific scorer, Sudesh Tulasidaran walking back. In brings in the highest scorer of the UAE cricket circuit, Kiran Mohan, walking in the very first delivery on the chase of 149. Joining Umar Mir, who's on the non-strike end. Fardhan to bowl his first delivery to Kiran Mohan. It's Fardhan to Kiran. Sees the ball through to the keeper. Playing the first ball cautiously. A very interesting ploy of starting off with the left arm spinner. That's hit over wide long off for a maximum. Kiran starting his innings with a maximum in his very second delivery that he's faced off Fardhan. And that's the first runs on the board for PHI Chennai Thalaivas by a maximum from Kiran Mohan. Three balls into the chase of 149, 6 for 1. We are witnessing an exciting encounter between Gwalior Knights and Chennai Thalaivas. That's completely squaring him up. That's 4 balls into the first over. 6 for 1. 2 batsmen in the middle, Kiran and Umar. A loud appeal for a leg before, turned down by the umpire. That's a good comeback by Fardhan after being struck for a maximum. 2 back-to-back dot deliveries. Chennai Thalaivas need 143 from 115 balls. He ends his first over with a dot, 6 for 1 after 1, needing 143 from 114 deliveries.
Namaste, Austin. I'm Yos. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL. Namaste, Austin.
Gwalior
I'm
Knights
Yos.
have made it
Let's
very
light
clear
up the
they are in for a
YOUSELECTS
fight.
IPL. Namaste, Austin. I'm Yos. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS.
They have a good piece of bowling attack. The new bowler to bowl the second over, sharing the new ball with Fardhan, is Prem. Yet another left armer to start off to Umar. Flicks it off his legs towards the mid-wicket fence. Good piece of fielding by the fielder, restricting it just to 2. With that, the score moves on to 8 for 1 after 1.1. It's Prem to Umar, getting off the mark in his very first delivery by a double. Full length delivery, played straight down to long on. Strike back with Kiran. That's 9 on the board for 1 wicket in the hat. 2 balls into the second. 140 needed from 112 deliveries. We are witnessing a great clash between two excellent teams, Gwalior Knights and Chennai Thalaivas. That's played up Ashley straight into the point fielder's hands. That's the second wicket down for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Prem picking up his first wicket. Both the opening bowlers on the cards with 1 wicket each now. Yet another prolific batsman back to the pavilion in the form of Kiran Mohan. Firstly it was Sudhish, now it's Kiran. 2 strikers of the ball back in the pavilion. Chennai Thalaivas have to do a bit of rebuilding here. As mentioned earlier, Gwalior Knights are in for a fight. They are not giving it away. The fielders on the toes, they're taking their catches. They're not letting their shoulders down. Bowler stepping in. In walks in an experienced pro in the form of CTK Mashood. CTK Mashood joining Umar Mir, who's on 3 of 2 deliveries. The last wicket, Kiran going back, scoring just 6 of 6 deliveries. It was a good catch by DK. A lefty to lefty. It's Prem to CTK Mashood, the experienced pro. Can he back his batting after an excellent bowling spell, picking up 4 wickets in his 4 overs? It's Prem to CTK Mashood. Fends it, and that's given out. That's the 3rd wicket and the 2nd for Prem. In the form of CTK Mashood going back without troubling the scorers in his very first delivery. That's good piece of bowling from Gwalior Knights. They have seen the back of 3 batsmen. They have sent back 3. Chennai Thalaivas losing wickets in a heap. That's 3 wickets in a space of 9-10 deliveries. The score on 9 after 4 balls into the second. Prem picking up his 2nd wicket of the over. So we can see some good piece of line and length bowling getting rewarded by wickets. Can we see the first hat-trick of Tranquil developers? You select Indian Premier League. Prem on a hat-trick. What a spirited piece of bowling from the team of Gwalior Knights. Seeing the back of 3 prolific scorers from the PHI Chennai Thalaivas unit. In walks in yet another excellent batsman facing a hat-trick delivery from Prem is Prashant Menon. 9 runs conceded so far from 1.4 overs, 3 wickets back in the hat. What a spirited piece of bowling this has been to begin with from Gwalior Knights. Prashant Menon facing the hat-trick delivery from Prem. Can we see the first hat-trick of YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League? A full-length delivery, well fended off by Prashant, respecting the good length. It's been an excellent over so far from Prem, conceding just 3 runs, picking up 2 wickets from his 5 deliveries bowled so far. The last ball of his first over and the second of the Gwalior Knights bowling innings. It's Chennai Thalaivas on the back foot at this moment, 9 for 3. But this team is known for comebacks. Gwalior Knights have to be on the toes to pull it off. They are doing exactly what the doctors ordered. It's hit fiercely straight down to the mid-off fielder. No runs, and with that we come to the end of 2 overs. That's 9 for the loss of 3 wickets after 2 overs. Both these batsmen will have to put together a partnership after losing 3 wickets in the first 2 overs of the chase of 149. Gwalior Knights have other plans. They're bowling their hearts out. They're fielding on their toes. They are backing their bowlers. It's Umar to face Fardhan for the first time this evening. We are witnessing an excellent encounter between Gwalior Knights and Chennai Thalaivas in DCS YOUSELECTS Arena 2. A quicker delivery, rushing the batsman in playing a shot. It's off the bat. One more added to the Chennai Thalaivas score and one more to Umar. He moves on to 4 from 3 deliveries. Fardhan to Prashant Menon. Both these openers beginning off well for Gwalior Knights. And wide called by the match official. That's one more added to the tally. Score moving on to 11 with 1 ball into the 3rd. 3 wickets in the hat. It's Prashant to face Fardhan. A good stop by the slip fielder. A tentative push from the batsman. Go for a cheeky single, but good fielding by the slip fielder, Nidish Raju. It's a good piece of fielding, rightly turned down by Umar, sending Prashant back. No runs at another dot. Halfway into the 3rd over, score on 11 for 3. That's played beautifully off his pads over the short midfielder for a boundary. A much needed boundary to break the shackles from Prashant of Fardhan. He gets off the mark with a boundary. He moves on to 4 of 5 deliveries, score on to 15 for 3. 2 more deliveries into the 3rd. Plays off the back foot, a powerful shot, misfielded, ricocheting off the fielder towards the boundary, and that's back-to-back boundaries for Prashant. Both these teams throwing punch to punch, both not giving away. Some excellent last 2 deliveries from Prashant. He's played it well. A good comeback delivery from Fardhan, beating the batsman completely. And with that, we come to the end of 3 overs, score on 19 for 3. Identical scores here. Exactly the score that Gwalior Knights were at after the 3 overs mark. It's Prem to continue. He's picked up 2 wickets in his first over, conceding just 3 runs. He was at a hat-trick at one point in his first over. It's Prem to Umar. Plays it straight back to the bowler. That's yet another dot. Gwalior Knights bowlers bowling well so far. Chennai Thalaivas have to stitch a partnership together. Let's head straight down the ground yet again. A quick single. Good piece of fielding by the mid-off fielder. Coming towards long on. It's Prem to Prashant. A quick pacey delivery. Prashant looking for a big one. It's just a single to the tally. Halfway into the 4th over, score on 21. Umar Mir back on strike to face Prem. That's the first extra from Prem by a wide. Score on to 22. PHI Chennai Thalaivas needing 127 from 99 deliveries. That's guided off his legs. The batsman conveniently running 2 runs. Some good piece of running from both the batsmen. And score moving on to 24 with 2 balls left into the 4th. That's a big heave. Shout for LBW. Turned down by the official. It's yet again a dot. Last ball into the 4th. .5 overs, 24 for the loss of 3 wickets. 3 wickets back in the hut for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Both these batsmen showing some intent to be in the middle. Down the leg yet again an extra. That's 25 on the board. 1 ball left for the 4th. Off the legs, running towards the boundary. Good chase by the fielder, restricting it to 2 runs. Leg by signaled by the umpire. And that's the end of 4 overs. Score on 27 after 4 overs for the loss of 3 wickets. Omar Mir playing on 7 of 8. Prashant Menon 9 of 8.
जुनून अब जीत का छाएगा नया
Namaste, Doston. I'm Yos. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and
What an
sustainability
evening we are
thrive,
witnessing in
where
the
no dreams
inaugural
are too big.
evening.
This is a city that never sleeps.
First evening
a destination
itself
where
is
life
giving us a
moves
lot of
faster than
thrillers.
time.
In the Tranquil developers,
Now,
YOUSELECTS
imagine a
Indian
place
Premier
where
League.
peace and tranquility blossom. A place that brings the balance of
Been
life
an evenly
back to you.
matched contest so far between Gwalior
A
Knights and
place
Chennai
that truly
Thalaivas.
reflects who you are.
Both teams battling it inch
Welcome
to
to
inch,
Tranquil,
not giving away
The
anything.
new paradigm in real estate in the UAE. We aim to redefine luxury living with iconic developments
27 on the board after 4. 2 overs left for the power play. We have a change in bowling. It's Shiad, known for his nippy pace and swing. Starts off with a leg by. Score moving on to 28. We are witnessing the 5th over of the chase of 149. That's a biggie from Omar. That's cleared the fence. That's the first maximum from his bat this evening. 34 on the board now. 2 balls into the 5th over. He is in no hurry. He's picking his loose deliveries. Shiad being greeted into the bowling innings by a maximum from Omar Mir. Score on to 34 for 3 after 4.2. Good comeback from Shiad by a fuller delivery. A quick single by the batsman. Good piece of calling. That's 35 halfway into the 5th. 114 runs needed of 93 deliveries. A touch over 7 is the required rate. They are going exactly as per the required rate at this moment. A fuller delivery fended off by Prashant. Runs through for an easy single. With that score moving on to 36. 4 balls into the 5th over. Both these batsmen putting in invaluable runs after the fall of 3 quick wickets in succession. Shiad to Umar. Yet again a fuller delivery fended off for a single. That's some good piece of running by both these batsmen. They've kept their calling crisp. Gwalior Knights will have to play their skins out to defend this total of 149. They have started well. It's wickets, the call of the hour for Gwalior Knights. A fuller delivery hit straight back to the bowler. Over his head, just straight to the mid-off fielder. No runs, and with that we come to the end of 5 overs. Score of 37. 10 runs of the over. Last over of the power play. Score on 37 for the loss of 3 wickets. Both these batsmen striking it well. They're grinding it out after seeing three of their top batsmen back in the hut. It's Umar Mir and Prashant Menon. Umar Mir are 15 of 11, Prashant on 10 of 11. Fardhan bowling his third over. The last of the power play overs in the chase of 149. Score on 37 for 3. A half tracker dealt with by Umar. Sends it over the fence for a maximum. That's 43 now. That's his second for the evening from Umar. Giving the full Monty to a loser delivery from Fardhan. He's bowling his third in the power play. A good comeback delivery from Fardhan after being struck for a maximum in the previous delivery. He's conceded 22 so far, picking up the lone wicket of Sadish. The very first ball he's bowled. Guiding it towards the short third fielder. Good piece of fielding by the fielder there. Just a single added to the tally. It's Fardhan to Prashant. Score on 44, halfway into the sixth over. Good piece of bowling by Fardhan there. Prashant grinding it out, respecting the good balls and dealing it well when it comes to the loser deliveries. That's hit uppishly to the short cover fielder. That's the fourth wicket in the form of Prashant Menon. Prashant has to walk back. After a very patient short stay, he has to walk back, getting held at the short cover region. That's the fourth wicket for the score on 44. The fourth wicket to fall in the power play. Check this shot, straight into the hands of the short cover fielder. That's the fourth wicket in the form of Prashant Menon. And that's the second of the evening for Fardhan. He's got the wickets of two good batsmen. In walks in yet another young talent. Manikantan walking in at the fall of Prashant Menon. Let's not forget Chennai Thalaivas PHI. They bat deep. It's important for Gwalior Knights to be on their toes. A misfield, what should have been no runs on the card, they run for a single. And with that we come to the end of the power play. That's 3 good overs from Fardhan. Picking up 2 important wickets. The hindsight Prem, the other wicket taker. We have a change in bowling. It's Shafiq to bowl to Manikandan. Manikandan getting off the mark in the last ball of the last over. The score of 45 for 4 after 6. That's a reverse hit. A literal switch hit for a maximum. What a shot from this man. He has been on a roll. A much needed 6, and with that PHI Chennai Thalaivas crossed the mark of 50. They move on to 51 for 4 from 6.2 overs. So it's Shafiq to Manikandan. A good comeback delivery from Shafiq after being hit for a maximum by a switch hit. A quicker delivery this time. Despite of being hit for a 6, he's bowled 3 excellent deliveries otherwise. That's just guided towards the fine leg region. A bit of chase for the short third fielder. The batsman complete 2 runs easily. 2 more added to the PHI Chennai Thalaivas total. That's 53 after 6.5. Last ball into the 7th. Manikandan moving swiftly to 9 of 6 deliveries. A good piece of fielding by the gully fielder. No runs, and with that we come to the end of 7 overs, 53 for the loss of 4 wickets. We have another change in the bowling. It's Kapil Singh being brought into the attack, known for his nippy pace and change-ups. What a bowler to have at this time of the innings, with 1,161 wickets so far in his career. Starts off, batsman beaten completely. Starts off with the classical way that he normally does. It's Kapil Tomar, who's played well so far. He's on 22 or 15. Some excellent pace from Kapil. Squaring up the batsman. Batsman looking to cut the ball. Getting beaten for the pace. Some good pace generated by Kapil there. What an evening we have had so far at DCS USELECTS Arena, ground number 2. Match between Gwalior Knights and Chennai Thalaivas. Both teams fighting inch to inch, a good battle of nerves. The team that will hold their nerve are certain to be on the right side of the match. A quick single for Umar Mir, bringing back Manikandan on strike to face Kapil for the first time this evening. Good pacey delivery, beating the batsman completely. He's generating some good pace here. Stalwart with 1,000+ wickets in the UAE cricket circuit. It's Kapil to Manikandan again. A full delivery played towards the cover region, giving back strike to Umar. That's 5 balls into the 8th over. 2 runs off this over so far. Gwalior Knights pulling it back, not making it easy for Chennai Thalaivas. And that's a slower delivery, well played by the batsman. Yet another single added. That's 3 runs off the over, and we come to the end of 8 overs. Score at 56 for the loss of 4 wickets. Yet another change in the bowling. It's Anil Velappan being brought into the attack. It's spin being introduced. It's been an even Stevens contest so far. 56 on the board, losing 4 wickets after 8 overs. PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Umar Mir playing an excellent knock so far. 24 of 18 deliveries with 2 maximum. Giving him company is Manikandan with 10 of 9. What a catch! Brilliant catch! This could literally get into the catch of the tournament. He has thrown himself in the air, a one-handed blinder. What a catch! We have seen it all. A bowler getting on a hat-trick, a fantastic flyer of a catch. A one-handed blinder from the fielder. This is the spirit that Gwalior Knights are fighting on. Backing their bowlers. That was literally a screamer from the fielder. That sees the back of the well-set Umar Mir, who was holding the innings together. That's the 5th wicket down for PHI Chennai Thalaivas at the score of 56. In the form of Umar Mir, the said batsman walking back to the pavilion. Reggie Mohan, the new batsman, starts off with a boundary. A good pressure reliever for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Yet another veteran. Score on to 60 for the loss of 5 wickets. Let's remember the fielder. It was Kapil Singh after an excellent over. He picks up a screamer to dismiss Omar Mir. It's Reggie Mohan to face Anil. Manikandan rightly turning down what could have been a tight single. Score on 60 for the loss of 5 wickets after 8.3 overs. Halfway into the 9th, it's Anil Velappan to Reggie Mohan. Head towards point. A quick single, good piece of calling by the batsman. They easily make it in the end. With that, Reggie moves on to 5 of 3 deliveries with 1 boundary, giving company to Manikandan in the middle, who's batting on 10 of 9. It's Anil to Manikandan. A full delivery fended off. Tidying up work done by the bowler himself. And that's 5 balls into the 9th over. Score on 62. Completely beaten, and with that we come to the end of 9 overs. Score on 62 for the loss of 5 wickets. The 2 batsmen in the middle is Reggie Mohan and Manikandan. Gwalior Knights giving it their all. They are giving a good fight. They are on their toes on the field. The bowlers bowling to what the captain has ordered to. And 5 wickets is what the result has been. Half the side back in the hut. It's Kapil Singh after an impressive first over. And let's not forget the blinder of a catch that he has taken. He has just given 3 runs in his first. He is bowling to Manikandan. That's good pace and well played by Manikandan towards deep point, just a single. That's 63 on the board. We are into the 10th over, the halfway mark of the chase of 149. Chennai Thalaivas need 86 from 65. Wide signaled by the umpire, short delivery. The call of wide challenged by the players referred to the 3rd umpire. The television umpire brought into play. It was a quick bouncer from Kapil to Reggie Mohan. The decision has been reversed. White third down into a legal delivery. That's one for the over for the bowler. Signaled by the official, Nibbin. Kapil to Reggie. Set straight down the ground. That's just one more added to the tally, 64 on board. We are halfway into the 10th over. The required run rate slowly creeping up over the 8-run mark. Hit straight to the cover fielder. That's yet another dot delivery. Kapil has just conceded 5 runs so far in his 1.4 overs. He's been all over the batsman. A slower delivery, a miss hit, falling in between two fielders. That's yet another single. Last ball into the 10th over. Score on 65 for 5. They're currently going at 6.62, needing 8.23. Manikandan on 12 of 12. That's inside edge, straight towards the fine leg boundary, and that's the much needed boundary. With that, we come to the end of the halfway mark of the second innings. The chase of 149. PHI Chennai Thalaivas on 69 for 5. They need a further 80 runs from the remaining 10 overs. Reggie Mohan on 10 of 7 with 2 hits to the fence. And Manikandan on 13 of 13 with 1 maximum. It's an even contest at this moment. Both the teams not giving up. 80 runs is what Chennai need, and 5 wickets is what Gwalior Knights have to pick. Who's going to register their first victory in the opening evening of Tranquil Developers YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League? Is it going to be PHI Chennai Thalaivas, or is it going to be Gwalior Knights? So we are into the business end, the second half of the chase of 149. 80 runs needed from the remaining 10 overs. A change of ends. It's Shafiq to start proceedings from this end. To bowl to Manikandan. Shafiq to Manikandan. Starts off with a dot. We are in the business end of the opening evening at ground number 2 of DCS YOUSELECTS Arena. Good fielding of his own bowling. That's 2 dots. It's Shafiq to Manikandan. 80 needed. 58 deliveries. It's an even contest. 5 wickets in hand. Completely missing it. Beating the batsman. That's 3 back-to-back dots. They still have a lot of fire in the belly. That's bowled. That's the 6th wicket in the pavilion in the form of Manikandan. That's wicket number 6. Shafiq getting his first wickets. He joins the wicket takers. That's good pressure being built up from both the end. Firstly from Kapil Singh, and now it's Shafiq. That's the 6th wicket at the score on 69. The pressure of 3 dots getting on to Manikandan, inside edging it to the stumps. That's 6 wickets down in Vauxhall. The firepower of the PHI Chennai Thalaivas team. It's Alamir Bashir walking in at the fall of Manikandan, joining Reggie Mohan, who's on 10 of 7. The first over after the change of sides and a drinks break has bought a wicket in the form of Manikandan. That's 6 down. It's Alamir Bashir to face his first delivery from Shafiq, who's yet to concede a run this over. And he's picked up that important wicket. Shafiq to Alamir. Fends his first delivery, turned down by Raji. No runs, 5 dot balls so far, and a solitary wicket of Manikandan. Last ball of the 11th. That's yet another dot, and that's the first maiden of the match. 1 wicket. That's a wicket maiden from Shafiq. Pressure right back on PHI Chennai Thalaivas. 80 needed from 54 deliveries. The required run rate close to the 9-run mark. The last of the formidable pair for PHI Chennai Thalaivas in the form of Raji Mohan and Alamir Bashir. Fardhan being brought back into the attack to bowl his last over of the evening. Fardhan replacing Kapil Singh to bowl his last over of the evening. He's conceded 24 runs and picked up 2 wickets. He starts off with a dot. It's been 7 back-to-back dots for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Gwalior Knights holding their nerves, making Chennai Thalaivas think. A wrong collection from the keeper in front of the stumps. Turns the dot ball into a no ball. A check from the leg umpire turning into a no ball. A free hit being signaled. Stepping down. And that's turned down by the umpire. That's hit and a risky run, completing it conveniently in the end. That's 71 on the board. Batsman missing a free hit completely. So it's Fardhan to Alamir. 2 balls into the 12th over. That's the first maximum of the evening from Alamir Bashir. That is definitely the shackle breaker. Fardhan being taken for a task with the last ball. That's a call for a wide, but checking with the TV umpire. The batsman coming in front of the official. "77 after halfway into the 11th. Umpire checking with the TV umpire, the ball pitching out of the wickets and called a no ball. A free hit delivery to Alamir. A full toss missed. The call is for 2. And they finished 2 runs. That's a fair delivery judged by the television umpire. Again, Fardan to Alamir. That's yet another boundary from his bat. The much needed over that PHI were looking after. A very expensive over so far in the context of the game. After a maiden in the previous, 15 runs already in this over. 1 ball to go. Last ball off his spell. That's again a wide. That's yet another extra. Played off the pads. And that's the over number 12. Completed 85 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need 65 runs from the remaining 8 overs. Everything is possible when this man is there. Alamir Bashir already on to 12 of 6 deliveries with 1 maximum and 1 boundary of the previous over. Shafiq, after a maiden last over, back into the attack. He starts off with the wicket. What an evening this man is having. 7 balls, 2 wickets, no runs conceded. And that's the 7th wicket down for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. He is justifying his captain's decision, picking up the 7th wicket in the form of Reggie Mohan. This partnership was looking like taking the match away from Gwalior Knights, but Shafiq has provided the much needed breakthrough in the form of Reggie Mohan. "64 needed of 47 deliveries. What a game we are having on the cards. Gwalior Knights battling it out inch to inch, not giving away the star-studded lineup of PHI Thalaivas to get off easily. As we say, low scorers are thrillers. 148 was what the score they put on the board. 149 for PHI Chennai Thalaivas to chase down. They have picked up 7 wickets with just 85 runs given in 12.1. They need 64 runs from 47 deliveries. The new batsman in is Azhar Mohammad Ali to face Shafiq. A quick, risky single, just a good piece of calling by both the batsmen. They complete the single. It's 86 for 7 after 12.2. It's Shafiq, a very interesting contest on the cards here. Shafiq to bowl to Al-Amir. A wild heave, a chance for Anil there, falling short. The call is for 2, a good piece of running by the batsman. An excellent call by the non-striker to come back to the danger end. That's 2 more added to the tally. Score on to 88 for 7 after 12.3. It's straight down the ground towards the long on fielder. Good piece of fielding there. Just a single. Strike back on to Azhar. He's just played 1 delivery and he's off the mark. He's to face Shafiq, who's bowling it really well. He's mixing up things. A slower delivery, hit down the ground towards wide long off for a single, giving strike back on to Al-Amir. An excellent piece of bowling in the context of the game. He's bowling his last over of his 3rd with 1 made in 2 for 13. A hit in the air towards square leg fielder. It's Kapil Singh, who's already caught a blinder this evening. Just a single, and with that we come to the end of 13 overs. Score on 91 for the loss of 7 wickets. The required run rate is about 8.3. It's possible when this man Al-Amir Bashir is there. But it's wickets the concern area for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. 7 wickets back in the hut. They cannot afford to lose another wicket here. Shiad being brought into the attack in his 2nd over now. Could be, could have been a close one, had it hit. Good piece of throw from the keeper there. A bit of casual judgment by the batsman there. Could have been yet another wicket, had the ball hit. Shiad to Amir. A wild swing from Al-Amir there, missing it completely. Ball through to the keeper. Shiad has given away 10 runs so far from his 1.1. He's in to bowl his 2nd. An excellent slower delivery, well disguised slower delivery to a batsman of Alamir's caliber. From this point, it's a game of nerves. The team that holds their nerves will eventually pick up their first win of the tournament. That's hit uppishly. The fielder completely misjudging it. Not only misjudging the catch, he also sees the ball through to a boundary. A much needed boundary after a quite previous over. Had it been a catch, it was well shot. The fielder completely misjudging it and letting it out for a boundary. Much needed boundary for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Amir moves on to 20 of 13. Some good piece of fielding there and some good decisive running by both the batsmen. What should have been one, they convert it into a double. This is exactly what PHI Chennai Thalaivas want at this moment. Alamir on to 22 of 14. Alamir, it's a top edge. What a catch! Is that the wicket they were after? It is Shia that provides the breakthrough of all the most important batsmen in the PHI Chennai Thalaivas lineup. It's Alamir walking back to the hut this time. That's wicket number 8 for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. A brilliant catch in a pressure situation. This is what we call match-changing moments. Gwalior Knights have bowled their heart out so far. Can they hold their nerves to get that first points on the board? Some brilliant piece of bowling from this unit and equally well supported by the fielding side. The fielders have supported their bowlers. Barring a couple of minor misfields, these guys have put in a lot of heart on the field. But it's no time to relax. Replacing Alamir is yet another destructor. It's Kannan Vikraman. He is known for changing matches on its head. Though he bats late, he is a destruction machine that's coming. Joining Azhar Muhammad Ali in the middle. That's the fall of the 8th wicket at the score of 98. Last ball of the 14th, and that's the first wicket for Shiad, who has been a touch expensive, conceding 16 runs so far into his second over. So it's Shiad bowling to Kannan. 51 needed of 37 deliveries. Just over 8 and over. It's a pressure cooker situation on both the sides. He has hit the first ball, he stonked it straight towards the long off fielder. Good piece of tidying up work done by the fielder. Just a single. And with that, we come to the end of 14 overs. It's 99 for the loss of 8 wickets. It's Kapil back into the attack to Kannan Vikraman. Kapil being the pick of the bowler so far. Though wicketless, he's just conceded 10 of his 2 overs. And let's not forget that screamer of a catch that he has taken. So Kannan to face Kapil for the first time this evening. Score on 99 for the loss of 8 wickets. Hit back fiercely and so that's 99 for 8 after 14.1. Again, Kannan to face Kapil. A short delivery, a real pacey one. Beating the batsman, all ends up. An edge and dropped by the keeper. Is that the match? A simple, straightforward chance missed by the keeper. Some good piece of bowling going unrewarded. That could have been the game. That's the single, and with that single comes the 100 on the board for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. The only concern being the loss of wickets. It's 8 back in the pavilion, but everything depends on this pair. Kannan also getting a respite in the previous delivery. A catch dropped by the keeper, Jazz. It's Kapil to Azhar. A pacey delivery, completely missed by the batsman. He is bowling his heart out with a lot of pace and he's been troubling the batsman. It's this pair that can take PHI Chennai Thalaivas over the line. Both these capable batsmen. to change the game on its head on its own. Gwaliors cannot relax, Gwalior Knights. It's fended off straight down the ground. That's just a single to end the 15th. That's 101 for 8 with 5 overs to go. 48 runs needed of 5 overs. Prem being brought into the attack to bowl the 16th over. He starts off with the dot. He's bowled well in the power play, conceding just 9 runs and picking up 2 crucial wickets. He was on a hat-trick at one point of the game. He is to bowl to Azhar Muhammad Ali. That's yet again an excellent delivery. So it's Prem to Azhar, hit straight to the fielder, yet again turned down, a single turn down. Dot balls are creeping up pressure for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. 101 for 8 after halfway into the 16th over. He steps down and plays it towards long on for a single, giving strike back to Kannan. Prem to Kannan. He goes for the wild swing, completely misses it. Well disguised slower delivery from Prem. Score on 102 for the loss of 8 wickets, 15.5, last ball into the 16th. It's hit powerfully down the ground by Kannan. The bowler lets it go. Tidying up done by the long off fielder. Just a single. And with that we come to the end of 16 overs. 103 for 8 on the cards. 4 overs, 46 runs needed. The required is almost just over 11 runs and over. But these two people in the middle can do it. Both capable batsmen on their own day. Shiad brought back into the attack to bowl his third over. Shiad to bowl to Kannan. 46 runs needed of 4 overs at 11.5 an over. 2 wickets in hand. Single strike back onto Azhar. Shiad to bowl to Azhar. What a pressure reliever from Azhar. Over point for a maximum. He's broken the shackles. Needed is 39 runs from 22 deliveries. As mentioned earlier, both these batsmen are capable ones. And they can pull it off from this situation as well. Gwalior Knights cannot relax even at this moment. Though Chennai Thalaivas are 8 wickets down. A pressure reliever over point, a maximum, a monstrous one. A wild swing. Good ball followed up after being struck for a maximum. The change in the field with deep point being taken out and square leg brought in. There's very less chances for error. Can these batsmen pull it out for PHI Chennai Thalaivas? That's hit uppishly. Just one added to the score. Bringing back Kannan on strike. Kannan has been kept silent so far. Just 4 runs off his 8 deliveries that he has faced. Let's wait and see if he can really tonk it from here. 38 needed of 20 deliveries. 2 more balls to complete 17 overs. Score on 111 at Nelson. A wild swing and an edge for a boundary towards the third man boundary. That's 4 more added to the score, and that's the first boundary from Kannan's bat. "34 runs needed of 19 deliveries, bringing the required run rate below 11. It's 115 on the cards. They have lost 8 wickets, 2 wickets in the hut. A full delivery, an excellent comeback delivery from Shiad. "34 runs needed of 19 deliveries. 33 needed of 3 overs now. Exactly 11 and over. An expensive over in the context of the game. 13 runs coming off it. Exactly what was required for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. What a game we are witnessing here in the USELECT Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers at DCS USELECT Arena, ground number 2, between PHI Chennai Thalaivas and Imex Cargo TFS Gwalior Knights. What a game we are witnessing here. A crunch battle to begin the first evening of the USELECT Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. Kapil being brought into the attack. To Kannan. He starts off with a short one directed at the body. Kannan playing it well towards the fine leg region for 2 runs added to the tally. 31 needed of 17. Kapil bowling his last over of the evening is wicketless so far, conceding 12 of his very first 3 overs. He's done well to stop a good shot from Kannan of his own bowling. Some good piece of fielding on his follow through. It's Kapil who has bowled his heart out, conceding just 14 so far with the 20 deliveries he has bowled, to bowl to Kannan. A full toss, top edged. It's the gully fielder running behind it, and he takes it. That's the first wicket for Kapil, and that's the 9th wicket in the hut for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. That's 9 wickets down for PHI Chennai Thalaivas. Can they stage a comeback from here? 31 runs needed, 16 deliveries, 1 wicket in hand. The last batsman walking in is Ratish. Ratish, the last man in to join in Azhar Mohammad Ali. 31 runs, 16 balls, 1 wicket in hand. What a game we are witnessing. The opening evening of USELECT Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. A low-scoring thriller to begin with at USELECT DCS Arena. Ground number 2. Kapil bowling to the last man, Ratish, who was the pick of the bowlers for Chennai Thalaivas. So it's Kapil to bowl to Ratish. 118 on the board with last wicket to go for. Starts off with a slower delivery. A call is for 2. Some quick piece of running by the fielder. And the batsman making it easily in the end for 2 runs. 2 more added to the tally. 120 on board. .29 needed of 14 deliveries. A pacey one, and That's out. That's given, and that's game, set, and match for Imex Cargo Gwalior Knights. They win the match by 28 runs. They have defended a lower target of 148, and that's the game for Gwalior Knights. They register their first victory in the YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League by Tranquil developers. Gwalior Knights have sealed the deal. Some exceptional piece of bowling, some exceptional catching and fielding by Gwalior Knights has sealed the deal, defeating a formidable side of PHI Chennai Thalaivas. What a way to register their first victory. Just summing up the second innings, apart from Umar Mir and Amir Bashir, no batsman getting that real start, with both scoring 24 and 22 respectively. But it's been the Gwalior Knights bowlers that have delivered to defend this target of 148. Fardhan 2 for 40, Prem 2 for 11, Shiad 1 for 30, Shafiq 3 overs 1 made in 2 for 14, Kapil Singh 3.5 overs 2 for 16, and Anil with a solitary over 1 for 6. Imex Cargo TFS Gwalior Knights winning the match by 28 runs.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility